ladies and gentlemen, Code Dodger here. Welcome back to Formula 1 2018. It's time for our home Grand Prix. We are in Q2 here in Austin, Texas, in the Haas, with an American driver. The dream of many Formula 1 fans that, well, frankly, doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon in real F1. But here we are. We start today in Q2 because, interestingly, I've been, well, frankly, been getting curb stomped by my teammate. Magnussen has been way quicker than me all weekend long. Practice, Q1, etc. And, yeah, I want to try and do a little bit better. I was hoping I had extra fuel on board, but I really do not. So I'm just going to have to go out here in Q2 and try to stomp in a lap. This is one of those tracks that I feel like I do much better at racing than hot lapping / qualifying. I struggle to find my way around the place, but then when it comes time to race, it's actually a pretty fun track. I certainly have said a lot of disparaging remarks about the place over the years, but as I've grown to know it a little better, I've certainly grown to enjoy the actual race a little better. You might hear some microphone noise right now because there is currently a cat using the microphone stand as a scratching post, and, well, there's not much I can do about that. That was a pretty decent turn one. The car actually feels really good. It's just the loose nut behind the wheel that's been kind of struggling. Turned in a bit too early there. I'll probably end up having, well, maybe not having, but I might do two Q2 runs today to try and dial myself in a little bit more. I feel like I left the brake pressure a bit too high in the setup. Might be a mistake. We had some rain in practice, but it looks like a dry qualifying and race, at least. Rain is something that we've frequently dealt with here. Did I say frequently? Frequently. There we go. Oh, big slide. Oh, that was abysmal. Just a big slide right in the middle. The never-ending right-hander is one of the only places I feel like I make up some time. Also right here. A decent exit, but I could definitely get more apex there. It's good enough for fourth right now. 7/10 down. Missed a major turn there, so lost a bit of time. We'll see. No, yeah, we are currently P11, so we'll definitely be trying another run here on another set of tires just to try and get into Q3. Alright, here we go on what looks like it's going to be a nice empty bit of track. It's good. I've encouraged the cat to get away from the microphone, so at least I have that distraction gone. It's totally blind turn one. Difficult to deal with. Let it run a little too wide though. The exit's what hurt me. Peel off gears there, let it set. Trying to get back to the gas. That was rolled much better. A lot of curb there. That's actually a little too aggressive. Made up some time, but that could have been a track or a lap invalidation if I was an inch further, I think. Right side tires cannot come off the track surface. We're not terribly far up, and we need to gain a lot of time. We know where there was a lot of time lost, so hopefully I can focus on that. That should be much better. Yep, there was a ton of time right there. Right now we get an actual indication of our pace, assuming I don't bin up these last two turns. That was actually a little bit better in the last turn. Only fifth. Yeah, I am definitely lacking some pace today. I think that's enough to get us through, but I'd sure like to do better than I'm doing. Ooh, squeaked through. Well, it was actually a pretty big gap back to Ocon. Magnussen, like I said, has us covered here. 7/10 faster than me in Q2. He's first. I'm 10th. Yikes. Okay, on to Q3 we go. We'll take a look at the car development stuff in between qualifying and the race, but I can tell you, we did have our last major upgrade of the season. It has put us in a gap between us and Ferrari again. Red Bull's now tied with Ferrari, so things have definitely equaled out there. Let's go ahead and get to track immediately. I want to get a lap in soon, just in case I need to do 2 runs. I don't have 2 new sets of tires to use, but if things get real bad, we could use a set of scrubs. Honestly, what I should have done is done a lap on scrubs first, but it's too late now. That bed has been made. Pretty good gap in front of us, that should be no problem. Deep breaths, really focus in on a lap. Not a fantastic run to the front straightaway. I really need to make the most of this one on the new tires. I turned in too early. That's a ton of time lost there. I have the hardest time figuring out where that stupid turn is. I don't even remember really having so many problems with the place last season, but today, I'm having a lot of issues. Oh, this was disgusting. We'll go ahead and finish out the lap so I got something to go against. We went out so early, I might try and do 2 laps here. And just run the thing out of fuel. Yeah, we'd have enough to limp it around. It looks like. Just to try and get me some more track time, I guess. Had some issues with practice, but not really. The only program I really struggled with was the qualifying program. Which I guess is showing its truthfulness now. Accuracy? Hey, there's a better word. Truthfulness. That's dangerously close to Verstappen getting it. Alright, there's a better run. A 32.6 isn't abysmal, but very down on what we need to be. Was that any quicker? Oh, it would have been if we hadn't spun the tires on exit. Ugh. Yuck, I say. I really doubt these tires are going to be as quick for a second lap. Turning in too early once again. But that's much better.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Much too late on the brakes there. Didn't really cost us too much, though. This is about the point where the tires are going to start to give up on me. I feel like Hulkenberg's on an in-lap here and might mess us up. That was nice. No aero launch issues here. Oh, he's going to get in the way, I feel it. Easily a 10th or so lost there. Okay, picked it up. There's a 30-0. That's enough for P2 right now. We'll need more than that, though. This will be our last effort. I picked out my Sunday best set of tires. And we'll see what we can do with them. Oh, this isn't the set we start the race on. That would be unfortunate. I can't do turn 1 today for some reason. I simply don't know what is wrong. I just can't do it. That's it for qualifying today. Yeah, let me give you a look at what our development is like. Alright, so here's where we stand right now. You can see we did take a nice leap there, got us away from Ferrari and Red Bull, but Ferrari and Red Bull have both been tracking upwards here recently. And as far as I can tell, we're probably about development done for the season. We might have something on the car for the last race of the season, but I think that would probably be a power upgrade. I think that's what it would be, a major power upgrade, which could help there, but that is where we stand. I think the biggest thing that's happened this season is the spread. The spread of the whole field has come down significantly. Everything's getting much squished, and I think that's why... Much squished? Nice term. Much more squished together, which is probably why we're getting some results that seem different, like Force India winning races and things like that. McLaren commonly scoring points.
What fantastic enthusiasm we have for Formula One here in the United States of America. And it's an enthusiasm born from generations of memorable Grand Prix racing. Bruce McLaren took his maiden victory at Sebring way back in 1959, and John Watson's 1983 victory at Long Beach, well, that still holds the record for the lowest ever starting position for a race winner. We have 10 turns. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kevin Magnussen lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton and Hülkenberg. Red, Verstappen, Alonso and Esteban Ocon. Perez, Sainz, Charles Leclerc and Van Dorn. Bottas, Sirotkin, Pierre Gasly and Brendan Hartley. Stroll, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Well, we might need to take some unnecessary risk today because, yeah, we are starting in 7th. Magnussen on the pole. I don't know why. He's just really got me covered here this weekend. 28 laps. Looks like we're going to do a one-stopper, which is fine by me. Ultra's too soft. The soft is a fine tire here, so I don't have any issues with that. I got work to do. Hopefully my claims earlier hold true that race pretty good here, just don't qualify well. We'll see. Boy, that's a lot of fuel on board, though. Hold on. 30. Let's bring that down to 30 laps. I don't know why we're so overfueled. Okay, now we race. Alright, there's a lot of opportunity at the start here. I can make the most of it. Pretty good getaway. I wanted that inside, but I'm not going to get it, so let's try the outside option. Oh, he was going to push me off the track. Vettel around Magnussen here. That was good. We made something of it. As much as I want to win the home race, it doesn't feel like I have the car or the driver to do it today. I'm gonna try and make the most of it here. Kind of a rough weekend altogether. Use that fuel. Start to hear some clunks as I'm changing it back and forth.
That's a strong start. Well done.
Magnussen very much so has the fastest car here. I want to see him up there challenging Vettel. It's the only thing that will keep us relevant to the race. If a car gets away here, they pretty much win. Because the cars that are racing each other slow each other down so much. Kind of like Suzuka, but the DRS is what really does it here. Pinch him in. Yep, that's what you gotta do. That was textbook, as they say. Alright, another thing that's really on my mind is I don't want to lose this rivalry to Magnussen, the teammate rivalry thing. And we are currently tied with 4 races to go in the season. A loss to him here today would be a big blow. Big blow. Closing on him. As long as he stays within a second, as long as he doesn't let him get away from DRS range, then that race will still be on. I really feel like I'm fundamentally missing something with this setup here. I just feel like the front tires are not working in the track like they should be. For a track that feels like it should be the kind of track this car excels at.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Let's see what that does. Turn 1 certainly easier when you have reference cars around. Wish they were a little bit closer than they are. Oh, almost hopped that curb too much. He's on the charge here. Although it kind of feels like he missed his marks through there. Ferrari 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Jokes. No DRS for me. Can't really see if he's on it or not. It looks like he is. Closing rate. We're gonna have to deal with Kimi here. Especially if I don't get into Mag's draft. Sound glitch! I'll take sound glitches over frame hangs. Any day, all day. Oh, no DRS. Oh, 6/600ths of a second away from it. That's a nice turn 1. Feels like we're all lockstepped right now. Everybody's just running to their absolute maximum speeds. But because everyone's kind of separated by a second, there's no big gains anywhere. Madison losing the back end there. Still no DRS. This feels like my weakest set of turns right here. Well, his car is just really stepping out through there versus mine's really understeering, so there's certainly some differences between us. Setup-wise. Or just driving line-wise. Now, this was certainly close enough, right? I don't really want to mess with him right now. I just want to stay within that second of him. I wish there was something I could do to, like, help push him forward, but it's not really a thing in Formula 1. The only thing I can do to help that is to not crowd him, not make him flip to the defensive side. Somewhere in that half a second range is about where you want to be with that. Something's kind of like poking in and out of the clouds.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Yeah.
Copy that.
No. No thank you. Please do not stick me in traffic today. Not here. This is really wiggling. That car has its oversteer moments, but more than anything, it's the front end of the car that I'm not effectively using around the place. Just realized I'm still enriched. Been enriched this whole time. I'm trying not to do. I don't want him to flip to the defensive, but he did it even though I wasn't even really trying to make a move. And now he probably just lost half a second to Vettel, which means we both lose half a second to Vettel. Super offline there.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
It's good to run right behind somebody. It helps me get around the place, but at some point it becomes a detriment. You get too close and you start losing your priority line. Like, you don't want to get crossed up with them, so you kind of modify your line and screws you both. I feel like Vettel's falling back here a little bit. Maybe his tire's starting to go. Or maybe he was running heavy and really using a lot of rich mix at the beginning. Like somebody else I know. It was me. I'm the person I know.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
It's kind of frustrating, just feeling like there's nowhere to go. No way I can help him catch. As fast as he's been all weekend, I feel like he's got the car to do it. Just gotta hope that during the pit sequence there's some gain made there for him. I think in an ideal world it would be that the two of us would flip-flop and I would be right behind Vettel after the sequence, so I could track him down for the rest of the race. I feel like Magnussen's going to be pitting this lap. Trying my best to make that a simple pass, like not costing each other time. Easy with the back end. So if he pits this lap, he'll have the undercut on us, but at least we will have started the sequence ahead of him. Well, he might be going on an additional one. Yeah, he's still behind us. Interesting. So it is us who have the undercut ability here. I'm gonna run this thing on fast mode for as much as I can this lap. See how much we can catch Vettel if we can at all. No, no, those Nose could not stick there. It's only going to be worse on the soft tire. I'm surprised. I thought he was going to easily make the pass right there. The way this track goes from super high speeds and to this slow section, it tricks you into thinking you're closer than you really are. And then as soon as the speeds pick up, that gap identifies a lot bigger than what it did before. Wait, are we pitting this lap? I didn't hear anything about pitting this lap. I hope I didn't just screw that up.
You're hitting the energy deployment limit and losing ERS power before the end of the lap. Lower the ERS deployment mode to prevent this.
I hope I didn't just screw that up. Usually it says it on the steering wheel. Okay, in this lap. Okay. I had that as one lap sooner than it was. There we go, that's a lot cleaner. Now this lap he might actually do it. And I will just completely give him the inside lane. And he can have it. He wouldn't take it though. Not till super, super late. And it was too late.
Don't forget, box this lap.
I thought I forgot. In reality, I had not. Alright, I hate this pit entry. Try and do the best I can with it. Oh, that was pretty good, actually. That was pretty good. Alright. Get my mid-race drink. Not even mid-race yet. This is a pretty long one.
Go now.
Decent stop, and it looks like we're gonna come out and not too terribly much traffic, as long as we get in front of these
Look
Force
after these
Indias.
tires now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Barely got out in front. Took a minute for the tires to come up. Go ahead and keep in front of them. That was lying out somewhere.
Okay, clear.
Tell me more. Yes, these are soft tires.
Some information on Gasly. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
Nobody critical to our individual race. Watch for DRS moves here.
We advise moving to Mix 2. Fuel to Mix 2.
I thought I was. There's Mag in.
Kevin is in for his stop.
Easy with the curbs, Cone. Easy with the curbs. Everybody in, basically. That's kind of what I desired. But I don't think I really caught Vettel very much. I definitely caught him a little. Try and really push through here. Try and make that gap while his tires aren't up yet. That was well driven there, I do believe. All on the same strategy. Alright, I think the smart move for me here is really to just stay behind Vettel as much as I can. I basically have to pass him right here. But if he gets DRS pass on me,
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
I'm just going to let him go. I want him to guide me around and just be able to crowd him for the rest of the race and be in his shadow and wait till the end of the race to actually try and make a last-second DRS move. What I kind of don't want to do is get caught up in a battle and let Magnussen
Good job.
approach.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
That's a relief for his absolute garbage that I drove all weekend up until here. I feel like I did something pretty good there. Turning in too early. That's why I want my Vettel guide. Basically, I want a guide so I can later drop him into lava. Magnussen's catching. Kind of what I worried about. This should be Vettel flying by us. He really did not do that very cleanly like I needed him to. This is now a 3-car battle. If I get caught up in one battle with Magnussen, it's race win advantage for the two of us, really. Ugh. That was all sorts of crossed up there. This is where the strat gets to be a little bit frustrating. Anderson's right on our butts. That's a little too close, my friend. Oh, what's gonna happen here? Alright, not as bad as I thought. I thought it was about to be a 3-wide move down into there that would have been really no good. I think the key for me is staying the car in the middle. I don't want to be the car at the end. If you're the third car in that pack, I don't think you're going to be the one to come out on top ever. At least not as a human. Going for it there. I kinda don't want Magnussen to end up as the car I'm racing either. I feel like he has the better car here. This race has a long way to go to play out. If this stays a 3-car battle the whole time, it's gonna be very tiring. Move this time. Sun's really fully coming out now, which I think is good. I think my car actually works a little bit better in the full sun than it did the cloud cover. Do have to watch tire temps though. We don't want to get up into the high hundreds. Really, if I see them get up to like 101, that means it's time to back down. Easy to miss turn 1 there. Easy. Oh. I don't know what it is. It feels like the same line lap to lap. One lap the front tires will work through there, and the next lap they're just like, yeah, nah. See, we have fronts that are hotter than the rears. That's very uncommon. Too wide. They have made contact. As much as it would make the rest of the race boring, the best thing that could happen is those two taking each other out. That might be dreaming, though. If it was Suzuka, I would say it's a certainty. They definitely got each other crossed up there. Kind of missed one of my apexes. Apex eye. Got myself out of sorts. Okay, this is new. As long as I can stay in second.
You can win that place back.
It's okay with me. Oh, ho, ho. Those closing rates, as they run different lines to me, very nerve-wracking. Easing it onto the gas there. Vettel! Vettel! Oh, nuts. He just completely locked him up and I had nowhere to go. Ah, this is literally the exact thing I did not want to happen.
Magnussen's moved into first place.
I saw that, Jeff. Shut your face hole. I'm just gonna have to probably... Oh, the game just completely froze on me there for a second. That was fantastic timing. There's still plenty of race left. As long as Vettel stays close to him, then we still have a hope here. If Magnussen gets away, then we're done for. Already kind of doing. Alright, I might be running a little aggressive on the curbs there. Apologies. Damn it. I should have waited to put the power modes up. cool off a bit. Frustrated driving does not lead to good driving. Wish I could stop these tires from locking up. I got the bias so far back. It just doesn't make any sense why it keeps happening. DRS is keeping the gaps close. I gotta wait for a clean opportunity to get around Vettel. Because if I get the two of us tangled, then Magnussen will scoot away more than a second ahead. And if he gets more than a second ahead, I am done for. Remember to wait for power modes till the exit of the turn. The double DRS here, meaning he has it and I have it. But I think I'm in a better draft. Game again locked up.
Brilliant. Nice move.
I guess I'll just claim, I'll write a narrative for it. Get the out of the grass. I'll write a narrative for it in that that was payback for Vettel locking him up in front of me. But really, it kind of killing the fun of these close races for me. I need to sort out some kind of capture card situation for a next season of this. I don't know if mentally I can take another season of close racing while having those kinds of issues. It is not as serious a deal as we were running, you know, mid-pack and the little team that could and that kind of stuff. But now that these are battles for the win,
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon.
It
Don't wait
feels
too long
much
to
worse.
turn the engine down.
when those kind of things happen. Well, in that, Vettel has dropped back. Let me get a drink there. This has been an exhausting race. I mean, without the freeze, would I have managed to get it down into the turn? Not 100% chance, but I certainly would have had a better chance than I ended up having. Because by the time I got down to the turn, it was already too late. That's the only turn I regularly catch him. And a little bit in the S's too. Deep breaths. I do hope that doing a capture card setup without recording locally would get rid of most of those issues. I ran a bit of the multiplayer season after I'd stopped recording, and it was better, but it wasn't a great comparison because multiplayer runs like hot garbage versus single player. So I can only hope that with single player and not capturing locally, we would end up with no issues. Whoa! Late on the brakes for Magnussen there. Alright. feel like we need to run smart here, not let those Ferraris catch up. I really struggle to get to the gas there. I suppose it's the throttle in Formula 1 because you're getting back to much more than a gas engine. I think that's the biggest issue I have with the AI, is that they flip to the defensive so early, like when you get within a tenth, and they do it in a way that costs them major time, but they're still right in front of you, so it's just too much a detriment to run close to anybody, and I think the AI do it too. Look at the way the three of them behind us have backed off, thanks to just being close to each other.
We're looking at some gearbox wear. Try to keep your number of shifts to a minimum.
I think we still have another gearbox available this season, so that's not a problem. Despite all of that, this has still been a very fun series experience. I have my complaints, I have my issues, but overall, it's one of the more enjoyable racing game AI careers I've ever experienced. See how fast those clouds are moving above us? Those are things I shouldn't be watching, but holy cow, they were booking it. It was mesmerizing. So hang on. Don't dodge your stoner thoughts. Alright, the gap behind us is looking really good now. And I've been trying to keep a better distance between myself and him. And I think that's helped. I'm gonna wait until 27, maybe even 28 before I consider making moves. We got some fuel saved up. Pretty sure I could save up to 100% battery by lap 26 if I backed off down to mode 2. Starting to get cloudy again though, that's what I don't want. I'm all for them making mistakes. Like, I hate it when AI systems work in a way that when they're supposed to be replicating humans, they always do everything perfect, because that's not the way humans work. Even Formula 1 drivers miss a turn every now and again.
Okay, tyres still looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as
Ooh,
long as
good
we
Nick.
can.
Anytime he says good Nick, that's a good luck charm. Easy game. Might be all the clouds and changing weather that's causing the hang-ups here. It keeps switching between sunny and cloudy. Dropping a little bit further back than I would like.
Okay,
Oh.
the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
This is a nightmare. This is absolutely the worst thing that could happen right now.
Some information on Hartley. They are out of the race.
I guess I guess he's in a bad position. Why couldn't it be a VSC, though? Why a real safety car, or full safety car, this late in the race?
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
This seems like the perfect time to pull a VSC out. The field's all stretched out like it is. This is 2 races in a row. Oh, he's in a perfectly safe place. What in the world? He's at an opening and everything. Stay out of the marbles. What? Oh my god, this game. I wonder if he took some wing damage there. I bet you he did. That was a big hit. Looks like he's got... I think maybe he's missing a left end plate. Well, that will be interesting as we get going. I was just posting behind him. I don't want to be too close. You know what happens. We're going to have 4 to go, probably.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety
we
car
go.
in this lap.
It's going to be about 3 laps. We might get DRS on the last lap. The earliest. I would say. Maybe 27, maybe 2 to go. Trying to stay as close as I can. The game really handles this well. Tires are not ready for this. Oh, look at the way he gets away. That's why I thought this was a nightmare. They just don't suffer from the cold tires. Alright, I gotta push like mad through this middle sector. I've gotta close that gap big time. Look at him! Look at him get away! Pulling out all the stops here.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Need to be in that draft. I'm worried I'm going to be out of ERS by the time I get to him. I feel like he's still just driving away from me. I'm gonna be real mean to this car. He's on rich mix as well, obviously. No DRS this lap. We'll probably only get 1 DRS opportunity, if that. Alright, we should be equalized now. Really pushing these curves like crazy. Where I need to be. probably would need to be closer than that even next lap, if we do get DRS. Let's make sure we save some battery power for that. We'll catch him in this left-hander. Just unwilling to use the curb on the inside there.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
So we'll get one straightaway to try it.
There's only
Wasn't
one
great.
lap of fuel remaining.
Oh, it'll be a real late move. It would be a real late move. Nope. Safety car probably just won him the race.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode
Shut
much
up,
longer.
Jeff.
We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Nowhere for me to go. Ah, that's
Nice work, you did well today. I think the boss will be happy with that one.
Brilliant stuff from Haas today. What a superb victory. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out.
bull.
Well, I'm thoroughly
Get
exhausted
outta
after
here.
the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Well, the gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race today for our championship leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Oh, maybe Marcus Ericsson? Yes, I think I'll commit to that one. Marcus Ericsson, fine job, very consistent.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. And it's total victory for the Haas team as they become the World Constructors' Champions. They haven't been in this sport long, but my goodness have they left an impression. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
That was a whole race of coulda, woulda, shoulda. I mean, I'm not gonna make any claims that I drove a perfect race. I definitely made some mistakes. I gave up that second position. That was the major shuffle. To come from 7th to 2nd here is still impressive, but I really think without that safety car, I would have been in the catbird seat. The safety car period isn't really the problem. The problem is that lap after the safety car, because they just take off. Like I can't even come close to matching the pace on that outlap. And you saw the 2 laps after that, totally different ballgame. I guess I needed to get closer on the back straightaway. That would have been the difference. If I had gotten closer out of the hairpin and gotten the throttle better out of the hairpin to the back straightaway? I don't know. Well, I hope you enjoyed. It was a heck of a race. It was a heck of a battle. And everybody wanted these teammate battles. We got them. I just got to get better at winning them. Oh, man. Actually, let me quickly take a look. There's probably an interview. I haven't been showing these interviews because they're literally the same every single time.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really
There's no
happy.
I in team. I just got that achievement.
You were cutting your way through the field during the race.
Didn't look like anyone had a grip. Aero department. Yeah.
Everything went your way today. It looked
Did
like
it?
you had a really
Did it
good
really?
strategy for the race.
Alright. Sure. Showmanship.
So talk us through what happened between you and your rival team.
Pushing each other. Yeah, that's what it is.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
I should have hit him more. No comment. Great,
Appreciate
thanks.
your time.
It was the other voice line. Sorry. Okay, lastly. Come on, game. Come on. Snappy. Get it together. I just want to show this. Oh, we actually tie again, don't we? We're still drawing. It's 25-25. Well, that's the interesting thing as the season unfolds here. Probably next race. That's gonna draw to a close. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.